Excuse me for reading right out of this notebook that I have, but the words that I have written are too long to memorize, so here I go. I just wanted to make a video to help people who are struggling with their sexuality and struggling with the people that matter most to them. If you haven't read my note called My Story, I suggest you take a look. It's in my Facebook notes. Being the proud, outspoken, funny kid hasn't always been a true representation to who I am. What most people don't know is my life has been full of insecurity and thoughts of suicide, which has been masked by my plump lip smile. At the young age of 12, I realized that I was misunderstood prior, and that I am gay. Although my highly flamboyant personality wouldn't exactly help me, I tried to hide that I was gay by never discussing it, and pretended to be scared of it, although I was kind of scared of it, due to my mother's extreme hatred towards dirty queers. I guess being a preteen and being exposed to such hateful views on who I am caused extreme self-loathing. Jump ahead to my grade 12 year of high school, I realized having such loving, genuine friends as well as a gay bestie, I could come out at school and not have to be completely closeted. Weeks before this, my twin sister had run away to my dad's house. For this I hated her, because my mother convinced me she ran away because she hated me and my mother's close relationship. On March 1st, 2010, my mother found out that my twin ran away because she was gay. My twin sister knew my mother finding out while living with her would potentially be deadly. On March 5th, my mother called my dad to let him know he is a horrible father for allowing her to be gay. He accidentally asked her why she can accept Dylan, but not his twin, thinking that she already knew. After this, my mother went ballistic and kicked me out, where one of my closest friends took me in. The next day, my mother took me back after my stepdad essentially told her to grow up. Ever since then, I would be informed daily I was disgusting and sick in the head. Been threatened with medication and several times threatened with crucifixion. To me now, such horrible over-the-top threats sounds kind of funny, but when these words are spoken to you by your mother, who used to be your best friend, it was terribly devastating, to the point where I truly hated myself and thought about suicide. I remember the one day before school my mother noticed I had a gay friend on Facebook. After getting me to delete the person, she ranted about how I better not be gay anymore, and how she hates gays, and how they are disgusting. I went to school where another kid called me a fag when I walked by in the hall. That set me off. That afternoon, I remember going home and grabbing a piece of paper and writing. I'm sorry to everyone who loves me. I left it on my desk. I then went into my closet, which represented my life. I sat there for half an hour, bawling my eyes out. I then pulled my robe down and took the rope out of it and wrapped it lightly around my neck. I planned on taking my life that afternoon. At that point, I thought of my best friend's face and thought of all our great cherishable moments. I then realized I couldn't give up. I couldn't possibly hurt people the way I was hurting. I burned the note. I left it in the fireplace. Sorry, that's the first time I ever went into that much detail about my feelings and how April was for me. So you're welcome for that. Although I continued to mask my life at school every day, I was still being verbally abused at home and physically if I ever dared to argue back. Eventually, on August 6th, 2010, after a week of being at my friend's house, which I would do occasionally to escape being home, and it'd be like a stress-relieving period, my mother called me screaming after she noticed another gay friend on my Facebook. She continued to freak out about how much she hates me, etc. I was then told she was coming to my friend's house to collect her house key and my cell phone. I left it outside for her after she started calling, hyperventilating, and screaming about how she's going to beat the shit out of me. That was the last time I ever spoke to my mother. For the next 2 to 3 weeks, I stayed with my best friend. She is an angel, and her family has made me a part of them. And I love you, Ashley. After this, I moved in with my grandmother, who is everything I could respect and love in a human being. In the last 2 months of living in a healthy living environment, I've been able to be completely out, as well as finish my high school credits as a co-op, in the future workplace as a waiter, and a future restaurant manager. I have met new people and rekindled my forbidden family relationship with my twin sister, my older brother, and my dad, as well as my grandmother, my aunt, my uncle, and my other family members. I found religion in my Hindu faith. In the next few weeks, I plan on relieving some plans from my schedule and joining a LGBT youth support group or an LGBT homeless shelter helping committee. I am also soon joining the Youth AIDS Awareness group I've been asked to volunteer with. Through all my rough turn to good moments, I realize with time, motivation, and good friends and family, things do get better. Never give up on your goals, and as Michael Jackson said, no matter what you do, give everything you have, be the best, not the second best. Thanks for listening to my story. Love you and God bless.